For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brad Kress. And first of all, I want to thank you for being selected one of the 6 people, or I guess now 5 people that are going to be presenting to you. In 6 minutes, I'm going to try to do the best I can of encapsulating what my ideas are, why I think I'm the best candidate for this position, especially at this time. And I have some contact information in case you want to talk to me afterwards. So again, that's my contact information. So my background, I've been a resident for 90% of my life. Grew up playing hockey, if anyone remembers, Gordie Howe Hockey Arena. Went to our public schools. I'm a 20-year plus voter, and the reason I mention that is I think that's probably one of the things that we can do more of is leverage our biggest asset, which is the lake. And so by being a voter, I think I might have some ideas that I might not have otherwise. As far as our advantages, location, something we've heard every real estate agent say at some point in time. In our case, it's the lake. And basically what that is our crown jewel. We have a lot of other things that are assets, as I mentioned here, but that is the biggest one. We have dedicated employees. We have a rainy day fund because of the great stewardship of the current council. The ability to extend the recreational assets, though, to me is the most important thing. We've done some great things as far as new developments, even in this poor economy. That's to be applauded. Our challenges, we've got declining population. This was mentioned a number of times in the presentations for the previous council positions. Property values are also declining. Residential blight, and we have commercial vacancies, which are also very critical. We need to address those as much as possible. And to me, the biggest challenge is our beach closings, PCBs, things of that nature. Again, our biggest asset is the lake. We talk about recreation, what a great place this is to grow up, what great recreational facilities we have, but we have a huge recreational facility that we probably don't utilize as much as we should, which is the lake. And I'll talk about that a little bit as far as some different ideas I have. One of the other challenges that I mentioned here is we have financial issues, a lot of them. We've done a great job, but our work's not done yet. So I have a finance degree from Walsh. I have a master's degree from Central Michigan, and I have 20 plus years of banking experience and other analytical skills that I think I can bring to the table to help manage our way throughout this current crisis. Economic development, from my understanding, I'm the only one here that's before you today that actually has a history of economic development of millions of dollars of either brand new development or financing to understand what it is that makes something work, what's something that makes it not work. As far as my volunteer history, I talk a little bit about that. I've been involved with many of the organizations that we're all aware of, Chamber, Original Cool City, things of that nature, and that's been over the last 10 years or so. Now, why select me? Well, again, I'm a 40-plus year resident. I think that has a lot of impact because for most of my life I grew up here. This is I can't separate myself from the city. I love the city. I know the city. Sales and marketing, we need an ambassador. I think you're all ambassadors, and I think I could be an excellent addition to selling this city outside of the city. And I would do everything I could to make sure that I did that. I have real-world economic development experience, and it was talked about a lot in the campaign. We need that. We need more development. And I think I bring to the table that in a way other than anyone else. As far as history of volunteerism, I'm not just new to this. Like I said, I've been volunteering for 10 plus years, and I think I can continue to do more, especially in this new capacity. Some different ideas I have, and these are not big ideas, but these are at least ones that probably could be achieved without any to very little cost on the city. Most of the time that I've been to other lakefront communities, there's bed and breakfasts around, a way of interacting. We don't have a Class A hotel, so how can we facilitate that? How can we make that person that comes here now for a charter fishing day trip and make it a weekend trip, and then he goes to a restaurant, and then they go shopping? How can we do that? That's one of the ways that we do that. Wouldn't cost the city anything. Actually, it could be a revenue source. Grosse Pointe does some kayak storage and even possibly rental. Again, extending from the parkland we have to out to the lake. Oh, sorry. And I think that would be another great asset. Facade improvement programs is something I've actually been involved with in East Point, and it worked well. It basically encourages people to invest, and I hope that through some of my connections, I could get some of the local financial institutions to make some incentives to make that investment possible. The key to me, a lot of people talked about the lake, and they said, I will do this and I will do that. And pardon the pun, but I think they missed the boat. It should be we. It should not be, I'm going to call my congressman and I'm going to call this guy. Every one of us should come up with a plan. I think it's one of the only things everyone agrees on. This lake, our image is not what it needs to be. PCBs, that's not what we want to be about. Closed beaches is not what we want to be about. So if we all get together and get our community together, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3 people calling. It's going to be something that they can't ignore. And I'm not saying we'll do it in the next year or so, but if we work together, I think we'll do it. So, thank you.
Thank you, Brad.